it's the life of who? Haha, it's the life of you. It's the life of, it's just me, myself, and I. It's the life of Ty.
Say hi to Ollie. Huh? Get in here. Is that Michael? Yes. Oh. Come on. Hi, Michael. How are you? I guess not. You don't want to see Michael? He's like, well, Ziggy.
Come on.
Our bodies looked a little like, whoa. Alright. Yeah. You good? Yep, you good. Hey guys, we're back. You gotta make sure I'm good. Okay, she took over my video. But hey guys, it's Ty. And Paige. Yes, and my fiance. I'm sure you guys missed her. Hope you guys had a great Memorial Day weekend. And today we're gonna talk about moving in together, Uhauling, whatever you want to call it. We actually got this question on Snapchat about just some general advice about moving in with your other half, your significant other. Paige and I have lived together for probably about 2 years now, right?
Yeah.
About 2 years, and we didn't move in right away or quickly. At least I don't think.
We had a pretty interesting relationship in the beginning because we were bi-coastal. I was in New York, she was in LA, and you know, I was living out there. I had a house in LA. She was out going to school in Los Angeles, and
I mean, you had a house in New York.
Huh?
You had a house in New York.
Where did I say I had?
LA. She wanted to be with me.
I did want to be with her. I did want to be with her, but I had a house in New York, and we were bi-coastal for I don't know, maybe like 6 months.
6 months.
About 6 months, going back and forth, and then finally she ended up moving to the East Coast. She moved to the East Coast, and we didn't initially move together. She was.
Yeah, we didn't initially move together. I mean, we thought that we could. We were like, before that, we had vacation together. I had been in New York for like 3 weeks at a time, and we knew that we can actually spend time around each other and be around each other for a long period of time. So when I got there, we talked about it. We were like, oh, maybe we can move in together. Be no big deal. But we decided, I just got into New York. Let's just take it slow. Why not? I'll just find my own place. And I ended up finding a place in Brooklyn. She was in Queens, and I lived there for about almost a year.
Yeah.
But during that time, we realized that I was just in Queens way too much to be paying rent. I don't even think I washed my clothes in Brooklyn one time.
Why would you?
I washed all my clothes at her house.
Duh.
One thing that I can say about moving in with someone is just making sure that you have spent a lot of time around them.
Yeah.
That you get to know them, that you at least get to know a little bit of their habits. I know if there is a bi-coastal thing, just like we had, it may not be that easy, but when you visit, try to visit as long as you can.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think that's really key. You're not gonna know the person and like how they live and how you guys coexist together until you move in together. But I would say test the waters in the beginning. Try to do some overnights or try to spend a few days at a time, and just make it a smooth adjustment so that it's just not like bam moving in together. It is a big step. It's a lot of getting used to. We are two totally different people.
Yes.
We live totally different. She likes mess.
I don't like mess. That is not true. I'm tidy. She's very particular and very clean. Like, as long as it's not like it, like my desk, like my working area is pretty tidy right now.
It actually is.
Okay.
Oh, you fool.
It's pretty tidy right
Somebody
now.
must be coming over.
No, but usually it's a mess. Just like papers everywhere. I mean, I'm not filthy.
No,
I'm just like I'm just tidy, you know.
A little unkempt.
She's just very particular about the way that she has things kept, the way her clothes are folded, the way they hang up in the closet, what hanger they go on.
Absolutely.
I'm simple. I am very laid back, chill. It's not that serious to me, but it is to her. So, you know, we kind of bumped heads at first with that. Even, you know, little things like folding clothes.
Yeah.
What else?
So we kind of...
But the biggest thing was, I've lived with someone before. She's never lived with anyone before.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the biggest thing. All her ways was her ways. And it's like, oh, I'm so used to having things my way. So let's keep it that way. And no.
I think the biggest part is being open to compromise and being open to adjusting, because you have to give a little bit. You have to give a little bit. It's not gonna work if you just stay rigid and want to be in your own lane. The truth of the matter is you're building something together and you guys are blending your living space together. So you need to make adjustments. You know,
yeah.
I think that's what's most important. So I think number one, when you're ready to make this step, is nothing to be rushed. But when you're ready to make this step, try to do a little by little. And once you start making that adjustment, just be open to change and accepting the other person. And
because even visiting for weeks, days, months at a time, you still won't know what it's like to live with that person in daily life when they come home stressed from work, or if they had to work all day.
Right.
What do they expect from you, and you know how you can get things done around the house. If they have a little bit of low key OCD, I mean, you know, just a little compromise. I think that I've gotten a little better, and then she's gotten a little better, just like relaxing a little bit. And then with me, like, as much as I don't like to do certain things, like I'll find myself like, okay, I have to do them because I want to keep her happy. One thing that we learned was love languages, and her love language is acts of service, which means she loves when someone helps her clean. And I do cook. I do most of the cooking.
That's a really good one. Look up the 5 love languages and take that test. I think that's something that that you should, in any relationship. They have it for different relationships, but for intimate relationships and even before moving together, look up what the other person's love language is so that you know how to respond to them. We learned in that. I mean, I always tell her how important it is that I get help when that she's willing to help me. And then we find out that my love language is acts of service, meaning that I get gratification or I feel the love when she's helping me. And because she understands my love language now, she's more willing to help. Because she understands how much that means to me.
She still be tripping sometimes, but
I do. I mean, it's only right. I wouldn't be me if I didn't trip.
And sometimes I revert back to my ways where I'm just like, but it usually is in times when like I'm stressed out, we're both stressed out. It's just like I just don't feel like it.
Yeah.
But when I'm there and when I'm open and everything, I'm like, okay, I know what I have to do to, keep a happy wife, happy life.
Damn.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Just to get to know each other. Make sure you know each other well. You don't rush things. Spend as much time as you can together before committing to moving in together. Try to get a feel for each other's habits. Talk about it. Communicate about it. you know, it may seem silly, but, you know, do you like your clothes folded a particular way? How often do you like to wash clothes? Do you feel like dishes need to be in the sink at night before we go to bed, or do they, or need to be cleaned before we go to bed, or can they wait until the morning?
Also,
trash, like little things like that, because the little stressors can
Turn
build
into
up.
bigger
It won't. It's not a make or break, but I mean, when the weekend comes, you don't want to be talking about, oh well, all week you left the trash or whatever.
Right.
But you know.
Also, the other thing is like finances for the house. That's nothing to shy away from, and that's a conversation that you probably want to have early on. Talk about how you guys are gonna blend everything. If somebody's moving into the other person's space and you're not getting a space together, how are you guys gonna handle that? Obviously, that person's used to carrying the weight of the bills on their own, but now they're taking on an additional person. So now you have to talk about that. Or if you end up getting a place together, how are we going to split this? Who's going to take care of what? I think that needs to be clear beforehand, because finances can definitely become an issue down the road. So that's something to consider as well.
Right, because now you're combining groceries. If there's a pet or kid involved, if, you know.
Yeah, the cable, the phone, the gas, the water.
Yep, so, yeah.
So that's it. I hope that answered your question.
And take that love language test.
Yeah.
I think that would be a huge help to figure out what your partner, I guess you can say, feels the most love from in what way. Right? You know, whether it's quality time or touch or acts of service. And
can
I
you
think
put the link on there?
Yeah, I'll definitely put the link down below. So, that's the end of...
I like how people do that. That's really cool.
Down below. So, that's the end of our video. Yeah.
That's it.
So, as I said before, hope you guys had a great weekend. We had a great weekend this weekend.
We did.
Did a lot of hiking and exploring and eating food and partying. Man. It was Memorial Day weekend, and
shout out to Erica and Candace for coming to visit us on the West Coast.
Yes, and shout out to all the families of all the fallen soldiers.
All the fallen soldiers.
And
absolutely.
Yeah. So as always, you can leave questions, comments, concerns, any of that good old stuff down below, or contact me at any of the information I have down below. And
we'll see you guys next time.
Next week. All right. Till next time, stay true to yourself. Peace.